read the tarot cards live for you guys over here on YouTube. I was trying to start another one, but I had to stop for a moment, pause recording for a moment. So I'm back. I also did another live recording over on Instagram a short while ago. So definitely go over there and check it out. It's just at OracleDaphne. That's my Instagram page. I have, I think 25 live recordings that I've done over there, live readings that I've done. You can watch back. They are structured like pick a card readings, and I am going to structure this reading like a pick a card reading. Because I'm kind of starting over, I'm going to. I already had pulled 2 cards for this intended reading, but I had to stop. So I'm going to go back through the cards, and I am going to pull a third one, I think. So we're going to do 3. And go through. Those of you who do want to get a private reading, now is the time to book a private reading. I still am taking private readings, but I'm going to be going through a move. So there's going to come a point in time where I'm not going to be able to. So the sooner, the better, honestly, with my schedule. I am trying to get as many done per day as I can. That's the goal. And you can check out my website, OracleDaphne.com, but you can also send a payment for $75 for 30 minutes through PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, or send $90 for 45 minutes, again, through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. All the links are on my website, but it's all Oracle Daphne, so if you search Oracle Daphne, you should find it. Yeah, so I do want to say that. And also, I'm saying this again because I did recently do a collaboration with Jo Lido over on her channel. So if you haven't checked out her channel, she's really cool. She's in Finland. This was the collaboration we did like a couple of days ago. And I really enjoyed working with her and pulling cards with her. So if you haven't seen that already, you definitely want to check that out. Because we talked about the future of humanity, we talked about the timelines, and things that are going on right now with the energy. So it's something really cool to check out if you haven't watched that already. That's over on her channel. I'm going to put a link to that video in the comments below this video. That way you can check it out. Maybe when you're done watching later. But it was my first like one-on-one collaboration that I've done on YouTube. I did another collaboration with a bunch of psychics back in 2017 called the Lightworker Symposium, which was really fun and interesting because that was the precursor to everything that happened with the pandemic. It's just very interesting. So that's what's happening and that's what's going on. The first card that I pulled, okay, so it would be group 1, is this card. I am going to hold up 3 cards, and so it would be good to pick which one you resonate with, and then you can watch later if you're watching back later. If you're just watching now, then feel free to watch as I go along, and maybe there's something that you can take from each group. So we've got group 2, card 2, group 2. And then this was the third card that I pulled, group 3. Okay, so figure out which one you resonate with. And I am just going to start with group 1. And the card that I pulled was the channeling card. And the channeling card does talk about actual mediumship capability, mediumship gifts, as well as psychic gifts. The thing that I was saying before I had to go actually was the fact that when we talk and sing and use our voice, it is actually channeling. It's channeling spirit. So we are always channeling. Right now, I'm channeling spirit in a way of what you would call, so for psychic messages. But like when we're talking, it is channeling spirit in general. So it's something to think about because people don't think about that on a day-to-day basis, that what we say is actually a spiritual, communication itself is actually a spiritual thing. Life is a spiritual thing. So people seem to think that things are separated, like we separate things into boxes, and it's very interesting. A friend of mine, she's got a plant shop, and the other day, I was in there talking to her, and about how she wasn't sure how my readings would go along with her shop, would fit in with the shop. And the funny thing is plants are psychic, plants and our spirit, so it all kind of goes along because, it's, we don't see plants as spiritual. We see plants as 3D things. We see them in some way beneath us, but that's not how it goes. So this is an interesting card that to show up at this time. I want to pull some other cards just to see what other messages we get for this group, but that's coming through here. This is so interesting because let me check my live chat. I didn't see the live chat. This did come up when I was reading for the other group earlier today. So maybe you're watching, you're doubling up when you're watching, watching before. But there is something like a struggle with friendships, because we have the Strength card and we have the Temperance. So maybe there's some frustration with friendships or one person in particular. The Temperance card does represent sometimes getting pissed off, losing a temper, being very frustrated, hot and cold. Some of you are very frustrated with like communications or communicating with someone. Maybe it's messages that are coming through. Some of you are not. Some of you are frustrated with like the overall energy, like the spiritual energy, like the energy coming towards everyone at this time, like on a collective level. Which to me, there's something about like, there's something about seeing things coming and not liking what you see. That's coming through here. There's a little bit of this hot and cold energy that's showing up because we have the Ace of Wands plus we have the Moon card. And the Ace of Wands to me is, is one of the sex cards, and I'll wink here. Having the hots for someone. This can indicate That's interesting. I was gonna say indicate there being like some kind of competition somewhere, like some kind of competitive element within the people that you're dating or the people that are attracted to you, or things like that. Could be more than one person that you're dating or sleeping with. For some of you, I'm seeing that. The thing that came through, and sounds so strange, but the thing that I'm seeing is like there's all these like leaves that I'm getting shown, and like when I think of leaves, I think of the fall and that there's layers and there's a lot of stuff maybe like underneath the surface that's like maybe tension underneath the surface, or things that are like repressed, maybe things that you're not saying, things that you're not doing. For some of you, this is sexual repression, where it's like maybe you want to sleep with someone or you want to tell someone they're sexy, but you're not, you're holding back. To me, there's just something about like holding back or like repressing it. You could have been raised too in a very conservative household. I was raised in a very conservative household where there was no sex until marriage, things like that. Too. That's showing up here too. I feel like there's a connection between the Temperance card and this Ace of Wands, and so there's something about frustration with sex, like maybe there's like I don't know, I'm laughing about this like complicating factors, like okay, so a couple of those complicating factors might look like where you go to have sex, but then for whatever reason you run out of condoms, or like for whatever reason you only have one condom and it breaks sort of midway, or like you have some issues where there's like some frustration where, and this can happen where like you go and you're making out for a long period of time, and then you go to do it, and for some reason, like something's not working. So there's frustration, you know what I mean? Where there's some level of frustration, you know, and then like you could have issues, you know, where there's someone that you really want to have sex with, but for some reason it just isn't happening, or it's just like you're not able to for some reason. Maybe your schedules are not matching up, but there's like a disconnect, you know. Maybe for some of you it's been a long time since you did it, and maybe you're like, okay, like I really need to do this, but it's just not happening. There's just some complicating factors, and there may be some hot and cold energies where, like, you know, you get the vibe from someone that they're really, you know, have the hots for you, but then they disappear. You don't see them, you know. This could be what I call the pizza guy situation, where, you know, someone shows up to your house, you know, they're all into you, they have sex with you, and then you don't hear from them, or they don't call. They might text you, but it's like there's like this space between you. You do have the Eight of Cups coming in from the outside. And the Eight of Cups is coming in to kind of relieve stress. To me, the Eight of Cups is moving away from stress, emotional strife, things like that. So it's like, to me, there's this element of like, and I'm getting a tingle on that. For a lot of people, maybe, you know, the winter might have been really hard, February might have sucked, and like maybe this energy that's coming in is like, yeah, just like a stress relief. There's something about a stress relief. I see someone going and interviewing at a job. I also see someone maybe going to the dentist or going to like have some services done. When I say services, is get an oil change. This could mean where you're getting your hair cut. This could mean, you know, some of you may work at a salon. I'm seeing someone specifically who works at a salon or is going to get their hair done. I see maybe this is going to get a massage. This is going to get some kind of service done. Sometimes this is therapy, someone going to therapy where there's actual like a counseling session. Some of you may actually be like a counselor. You know, you might have clients. You may be in a position like mine, where, you know, where you are reaching out. People are calling you or are contacting you for private readings and things like that. You know, you may be contacting me for a private reading, you know, something like that. There is someone who's watching who wants to know if they're going to get married, or they're maybe planning a wedding. I'm seeing that also. The funny outcome is we have the Ten of Cups. So we have both what I call sex cards in this reading. And both sex cards indicate, you know, at the very least, you have the hots for someone or someone has the hots for you. But typically, to have both sex cards shows up that you're going to be getting laid. And this is really funny. This is really funny. Okay, so you guys, I don't know if you guys watched my World War III video that I just did, which was very serious. And I do take it very seriously because I do feel that something is coming. But I also maybe communicate. I know that I did communicate in my last live readings that I have had, you know, for like several weeks, this feeling that like I could die. And it's changed because today I got a confirmation, you know, from my guides saying, because I asked Spirit for more time, that most likely I have more time and that's not going to happen. But the funny part was like, I just want to have sex again before I die. You know, like I just, you know, it's just a funny little thing. You know, we think about all those things. We think things in like these very serious terms. And all of a sudden you have this little thought that pops up in your head, you know, I just want to be kissed before I die. I just want to have sex again before I die. You know, I just want to be able to go to the movies before I die, you know, stuff like that. It's just funny. So some of you, yeah, you know, you're going to be getting laid again. You're going to have a chance to have sex again if it's been a while, or, you know, with the specific person. You know, you may have complicating factors or issues with having sex with a specific person, you know. I don't know. It's really hard to read like who this is. You know, some of you, again, to me, it's the very minimum hots for someone, and it may come as a shock or surprise to you that you actually do have sex with someone, with that person. It might be honestly two different people also. Like you could be sleeping with multiple people if you're watching for someone. They could be sleeping with multiple people. Wouldn't be surprised at the least. But yeah, I want to move on to group number two. Moving on to group two in this reading. So group two, the card was this card, and this is, we got the star card. The star card comes up, I don't know, maybe came up recently for somebody else, or maybe in another live. I don't know. I'm not sure. Speaking of, I want to check my live chat. I don't see any live messages here yet. So yeah, I want to talk about the star card. To me, the star card is about, in this deck, is about opening up your financial flow through doing things that are good for the planet, number one. You know, when you think green, when you have more plants in your life, it has that life energy, it has the money energy, and that's what you're needing. So for some of you, to get more feng shui, you need to get like a little water fountain somewhere. Maybe get some koi fish somehow, you know, a goldfish. For some of you, I'm seeing you just need to have more plants. For some of you, you need to plant things specifically. If everybody planted something, whether it's one seed, one of anything, of any kind, if everybody was, instead of being on their cell phone, or instead of like watching TV, instead of like watching that movie, they just went over to some little pot that was on their countertop and stuck a little bean in there, or like a seed in there, and covered it up with some dirt and put a little water in it, and then went back and watched their movie. Honestly, the entire world would be a completely different place. There would be no money issues. There would just be this flow, because people would be in touch with flow, would be in touch with life. And I'm feeling this weird heaviness in my left arm. That's so strange. Yeah, to me, like the flow is the receptive. It's that receiving end. It's that money flowing to you through receiving. And money is that life energy. It's our life. It's what we exchange the money for. So in order to have more money, or in order to like have a strong money flow, you need to be in touch with the life energy. Definitely. I'm going to pull some other cards here, but this is just not even just one seed. Planting a garden, getting outside. For those of you, it's springtime. Maybe this is where, you know, you're working in your backyard or doing something. Maybe it's mowing the lawn. Maybe it's cleaning out some leaves. Maybe it's raking, you know what I mean? Stuff, getting things like prepped for the garden. But it's not necessarily only about being outside. To me, this is about that life energy, that spiritual energy. Oh, here's a message. Okay, so this, I don't see this that much. It says that the stars are watching over you. And it says many financial blessings. So for some of you, there are some serious financial blessings that are coming your way. And when I say stars watching over you, that means like to me, stars represent friends, but friends within the spiritual context. So friendly energies in the universe. It's not just friends like on this planet. Although those of you who do have friends, you know, you may be hanging out with them and maybe working with them in some way outside, or spending time with them outside somehow. But it's also about having help from above, having help from outside. So outside assistance, blessings from the outside. When I say outside, I'm saying outside of our known senses. So like we think, okay, we're only going to be, money can only come a certain way. But if you are being blessed by the heavens, that's money coming to you or financial blessings coming to you through spirit somehow, or that's attached to spirit, attached to your connection to spirit in some way. Do you get the moving card? You could be like me, where any move, whoever's watching this is group 2, any move that you're making is going to relieve financial stress. And I know that it might not make sense right now for some of you, but any hardships that you may have had, and it could be for some people, like rent is really sucky, right? Real hard, right? Like right now, like it's real bad right now. You know. Hey Isabella, how's it going? Thanks for commenting. So for some of you that are watching, move, any kind of move that you may have, even if like let's just say, rent has sucked real bad, I feel like the move is going to turn around your financial hardship situation. That's my feeling. Anytime that, to answer Isabella's thing, anytime you see like repeating numbers like that, to me it's like you're going through, first of all, my guide said a death and rebirth. So soul transformation, to me that's what that is. And like I've seen, like I went through a period of time where I saw like it was like all day where I don't know, like I had a specific job where I was at the computer and I could see repeating numbers, but it would be like repeating numbers all day. And like sometimes when I drove around, it was 111 222 3, like it was in order, and that to me is like a major time. It's almost like a recalibration time for people that are seeing those kinds of numbers. Now, I see like all kinds of like numbers in general, but like the times in my life where I've gone through serious like death and rebirth, where major things were going to change and shift in my life, that's what I saw. I saw a lot of repetition. I talked to people like recently, for me it's like triple zeros. I see zeros like everywhere. 007, 008, 009, like in order, Oh, hey Annie, thanks so much for joining. Appreciate it. So yeah, that's my comments. I would say, Isabella, the numbers, to me, it's a major time for you, basically. It's like getting the major arcana in numerology. You know what I mean? If you see triple numbers everywhere, that's major stuff, major life stuff. We did get the Hermit in reverse for this group. And this group, those of you who are watching back later, some of you feel very lost and alone, maybe without anybody and without help. And this is where you need someone potentially to lead you out of your situation. You need leadership. It's so weird because I've been thinking about this lately. How, like, especially yesterday. Sorry, guys. My nose has been really funny yesterday. I've been thinking about how my younger self needed a lot of validation. Like, a lot of validation from other people that my decisions were going to be good, that life was going to be okay, that things were going to turn out all right. And usually, in life, I've been able to turn to find someone who's able to validate me and be like, wow, yes, that's, it's going to be okay, or this is going to be all right. But the funny thing about validation is it's kind of an endless trap, because if you never have confidence that you're going to be successful, or if you never have confidence that you're going to make it, or confidence in your decisions, then it leads you not really developing as an adult. It leaves you sort of staying in that childlike mindset of needing somebody else to help. Which leads me to this thing about where you need somebody to help. And the reason you might need somebody to help, number one, can be a lack of confidence or a lack of believing, a lack of a belief that you're capable of doing it yourself. And for others, this is where the thing that came to me is you may feel that you need help and that you need leadership and that you need validation, you need somebody to help. And that may be true to some extent, where maybe you literally may need that. But where this is coming from, the reason that you need that is because you don't believe that you can do it on your own. But at the same time, there was somebody on Instagram, and I don't remember who it was. This is really important, guys, okay? So like there was somebody on Instagram a long time ago that said that there's this false concept in our society that we have to be able to do everything on our own. And that somehow that it's bad to ask for help, or somehow it's bad to show weakness or vulnerability, or somehow it's bad to to not be able to pay our bills, or be able to, you know what I'm saying, to function like as an individual or as a independent person. And the thing is that they made this amazing point about how that it's a false concept, because everybody at some point in their life needs somebody else to help them, whether it's to guide them, whether it's to help them financially, whether it's to help them maybe get back on their feet, maybe it's to help them with a meal, maybe someone needs some caretaking. It's the reality is that we're going to get old someday, and we're going to need help. We're going to need help changing, like my grandmother, she fell, she, had incontinence. She needed me to change her diaper. She needed me to clean up her bed, to get the sheets washed. She couldn't do that on her own. And the thing is when we're born, we're also dependent. We're babies. We have the same problem. So for the culture to have this pressure on individuals to never ever ask for help, or never whatever, like that it's bad to ask for assistance. It's just stupid to me. And I don't even like saying that word because it sounds so like I'm looking my nose down at somebody. No, it's stupid. It's stupid because we're born in a sense of helplessness where we need literal help in order to survive. Like our parents need to feed us or else we die. That's just bottom line. And then when we get old and we're shitting on all over the place and we have incontinence issues and we're losing our brain, we need help then too. And it's okay. And it's okay in the middle when we're adults and maybe we should be able to take care of ourselves better. We can't. Maybe some things happen in life and you just can't, it's just one of those things. Like it's okay to ask for help here. It's okay to ask for help, and it's okay that maybe you felt or you needed validation from other people to help build your confidence. But I'm here to tell you that if you're low on confidence, all you need to do is believe in yourself. Believe that you have the answers intuitively, And if you do need to ask for help still, go ahead and ask for it. But this can also be for some people like someone coming through, coming through and being like, yes, I'm going to help you in XYZ way, and I wish the best for you. Something like that. Checking the chat here. Annie says she's been seeing 103. Huh. That's interesting. Everybody has their own, we get messages through numbers. We really do. Some people see it, other people don't. I always say numbers are everywhere. Numbers are absolutely everywhere. Um, some of you have kids. I'm seeing that when you're focused on them. Maybe some of you have a secure foundation and like a sense of like a happy home life, or that's something that you want. I see it's coming a position of attitudes for for someone you're looking to feel satisfied. You're looking to have a secure foundation, or you're looking to feel satisfied in your like home life or family life. There's something about that that's coming up here. Maybe to feel, for those of you, I was gonna say maybe to feel like you have that your kids are going to be okay, or that you have what you need, or to feel like you're going to be able to have a family and children and things like that later in time. That's the other part of it. There's so many messages coming through right now for me, guys. I don't know what's going on. It's just like a lot. If you get the money card, the cha-ching money card later in time, okay, that's the outcome here. And the cha-ching money card is making hand over fist, money hand over fist. So like maybe all of a sudden you get a lot of clients, or maybe all of a sudden, your business sees like an uptick in interest. You know what I'm saying? Like people may be reaching out to you, and you may see that, or for some people this is picking up a second job, or for some people this is just being in a strong money flow. And the funny thing is, we start off with this star card, the feng shui card, and the outcome is the money flow. So whatever it is that you're doing right now, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Like if you're trying to manifest more abundance, if you are planting stuff outside, keep doing it. That's the thing. Okay, going on to group number 3. Let's see what we get here for group 3. We have this tree. This is from my trees oracle deck. And this is the European beech card. The beech. Beech is B-E-E-C-H. The beech tree. I never noticed that there was some little creature in this card. It doesn't look like a squirrel. It looks more like a possum. It's a possum. I don't know what a possum actually means in spirit. I always kind of liked possums when I saw them. I to me think of them as positive. I don't feel like they're negative. To me they have an interesting energy that I've always liked and enjoyed. And I don't know why. Even as a child, I liked seeing possums. But it's a possum. That's the word. I don't know. I don't know. That's the only word that I know of what they are. I'm also seeing these mushrooms too. So for some of you, and a feather too. I never saw these in this card before. So we have this little possum there. Got these little mushrooms here. And then at the bottom we've got this feather, which I find interesting. The mushrooms to me have a natural connection to fairies, but some of you may be really interested in foraging. You may be spending a lot of time outside. I feel like because all 3 things popped up, it to me means that there's going to be things that pop out to you. like your guides are going to be showing you specific things. And the funny thing is like I use this example, like I never really did this until like I was like my mid 30s. So I started noticing like when I went to the store in my mid 30s after I started, channeling and stuff, that like if I needed something and I said it out like where's the chicken? I'd somehow find it because I would turn a certain way, and that's your guide saying, "Okay, the chicken's over there." Like, and it happened yesterday where I was looking for these blue corn chips, and I was like, "There's no where the blue corn chips," And then I look up, and they were like on the highest part of the shelf, which I wouldn't have seen, and I might have missed. So there's going to be things that your guides are going to be coming through to you, like specific things that you see. And the fact that you said that, means alert, opossum means alert. Annie, I think that that's interesting. There are some things that are going to be shown to you. Maybe that you're going to be made aware of. Maybe when you go out, maybe you're going to be made aware that people are fighting over in that corner and you just want to avoid that. Or, the cops are arresting somebody over here, so you do want to avoid that. Or, things like that. To me, it doesn't feel like a warning, but it does feel like things are being revealed, and that can include things that are more warnings. So, like, I don't see flags, but it could be for some of you red flags. I think though, to me, for most of you that are watching, this is going to be where all of a sudden it's like things that you may, like details that you may have missed, you're going to see there's going to be a certain amount of things, like of clarity of things where you see things and things pop out to you. I'm seeing, the funny thing is I have this little frog figurine, okay? And I moved it yesterday. And I haven't moved it since I moved into this apartment because I'm packing. I'm like trying to figure out what I'm going to take and where I'm going to pack it and all that stuff. And I put it in with my cactus. And then suddenly, as I'm saying this, all of a sudden my eyes shift to my little frog figurine. And that's funny because to me, frogs are money and frogs are abundance. But that's a good example of how all of a sudden my attention was made, I was focusing on something. So some of you, your attention and focus is going to be really laser sharp. Like you're going to be drawn to certain things and you're going to be almost like putting a lot of attention into focus into certain things. Maybe your attention and focus is, being outside, or is going to be on foraging, or is going to be on taking care of pets, because the feather to me equals like phone calls and text messages and communication, you may be very focused on communicating with people at this time or in the future. It's like very, all of a sudden your focus is going to be going into your communications, however that's going to mean for you, whatever that's going to mean for you. I'm going to see if there's anything else. I don't feel like there really is, but I just want to see. The outcome here is a 10 of Pentacles. So to me, this is abundance. This is also fertility. Someone's going to be going to like the fertility clinic or like, I don't know, like a female doctor. For something. It may not be like OBGYN, it might be something else there, but to me there's a strong fertility feel. Someone is pregnant and I'm going to be delivering a baby soon. I'm seeing that. To me there's also like this element of taking care of a child or a baby. I'm seeing that. I'm also seeing, because we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles together and the Ace of Cups coming in from the outside, this is strong career opportunity, strong financial increase, strong money flow, and everything that you do and touch is going to be like you're going to be working towards this 10 of Pentacles. You're going to be working towards this. To me, it's almost like a dream. It's like or a financial element of financial freedom. Some of you may be saving quite a lot during this time. This is a very strong financial time for you. Those of you who have picked group 3 and you're watching, some of you just may be doing very well in your career. To me, this is like, if you were to get a job at this time, this job would be amazing career-wise for you. You'd be able to save. I don't necessarily feel like there'd be a lot of spending. To me, it feels like a lot of saving, but the 10 of Pentacles person can go either way. It can be a lot of generosity and gift giving, but it can also indicate someone who is a gold digger if you're male and you are watching and you have a female partner. Someone who likes money. I mean, we all like money, but I mean, this is next level liking money. You know? I keep pulling financial cards. So like the Ace of Pentacles also is coming out here too later in time. So this is just a lot of strong financial independence, a lot of strong financial focus. And with this many, there is a love of money here. To me, this is a love of money. Not just like money's coming to you, but there's like a love where I've seen people who are very wealthy who have a lot of these placements. So maybe someone's watching and they're doing very, very well for themselves. Coming into a lot of financial flow, a lot of financial abundance. Maybe they have decent investments or their investments are paying off or something like that. There is something about coming to fruition. She is holding a peach. She's holding a piece of fruit. So there is something that's going to be coming to full potential. Some of you, this is you reaching your full potential, whether it's in job or in relationship or who you are in the world. Like you are, to me, going to be, I feel like for some people, I wanted to say famous. That's what's coming to me. Making a lot of money. Some of you may actually work in Hollywood or be like an actor or actress. This is the energy that I'm seeing here. Annie's saying that money's been tough. It's hard to turn around sometimes energy like that, Annie. But I think everybody, I really any your stuff, because it wouldn't be fair. And for each question, if you would ask that question, then I would have to say you need to send, obviously we're talking about money and you're saying that money's been tight. So obviously you're probably not going to want to send a payment through Venmo for me to look at it. But part of me, like in order to be fair to everybody, would need to see that come through in order for me to look at it specifically for you. Part of me like wants to talk to people about, like all kinds of stuff that you can do to kind of turn things around for finances though. Like tapping for finances is good. I don't know if you've tried that, but that does help. A lot of people do that. I've done it myself and it does help. Like the thing about it is that people that love money and come to terms with money, they usually are in a good financial flow. And the people that somehow block their financial flow, it's because they're not allowing it, because maybe they were taught that money was bad or that money is evil or blah, blah, blah. And it's really not, because it's again, this energy of life, really. No, I appreciate it, Annie. I just wanted to say that, just to address it. I'm going to see if there's any last cards here. Those of you who are watching, now would be the time to send a payment through Venmo. If you do want me to look at the cards, because I'm going to close here. I think this is where I kind of want to leave things. I'm going to see if there's anything else that wants to come through. Some of you may have a difficult time with family. And some of you may have a really challenging time with your family. Not everybody, but I'm seeing that. Like the soul group that you were dealt family-wise is challenging. I definitely see that. Some of you are also having an issue with what I call the bridge problem, where you're having a difficult time connecting from to a positive future for yourself, like from where you are in your life right now to a positive future. So for example, let's just say hypothetically, you wanted to have like a family and children, but in the present moment, you don't know how you're going to get there and you can't envision it, you're not imagining it. Then right now, you would have a difficult time believing that it was ever going to happen because you can't see it right now. And because again, there's not a bridge, not like it's when I say bridge, not like a connection between you and your future self who already has it. So people say in the quantum physics, we have to and be able to imagine it, and we have to want it, and then essentially and feel it and know that it's already inside of us and know that it's going to come to pass. But people have this problem where they can't connect the dots. They don't know how they're going to get there. And so what ends up happening is they end up staying in this place of not believing that it's ever going to happen, not believing that they're going to get the things that they want, or that they're going to have a positive future, or that they can have a family, or that they can heal things with their family, or that they can, they can't see their future self being happy sometimes even. So this is where, again, it's a psychic bridge. It's where you have to sort of envision your future self and see yourself actually creating and visualizing a bridge that you can walk on between this moment and your future self. That way, there's something that will be in your brain of, yes, you know that you're going to get there. You're just not there yet. And yeah. Okay, that's all that I want to say for now. I did a video a while back on how to create a psychic bridge. So those of you listening, you may want to check that out. I'm going to try to leave a link below. If I forget, please message me. Thank you guys so much for being supportive and awesome fans and followers. I appreciate it so much. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good day, guys. Take care. Bye.